welcome to my page, Mandy Tried. I'm Mandy. Thank you for coming to watch my video this evening, or that I'm filming this evening, watching it, whatever. So what I've done today and what I want to show you for painting is this really cool technique I saw somebody doing where she makes puddles of poured paint and then she dips a balloon in it to make kind of a flower. So I kind of went with her idea and started with this. So this painting, my initial attempt was to make a tree branch. Branch. I was gonna put some birds on it. Then I got kind of carried away and I did all these little, flowers is what they're supposed to be. And my daughter saw it and thought it was a tree. So now it is a tree. But that's fine, because it's still really pretty. And I'm also hugely biased. So for my first attempt at it, it came out pretty good, to be honest with you. So after I painted gray, and my basic colors I have here are rain gray, from Delta Creative. I have white, also from Delta Creative, and I have Americana black. So I did the gray, and I add a little bit of white for some, contrasting, if you will, I guess that's the right way to say it. And then I did the black to make the branch. And then I did all my different various poured paints, and then once we decided it was actually a tree and not a branch, I went ahead and added in some leaves, I guess, I don't know, to kind of make it a little bit more obvious that it's something to do with the plant. Anyways, I really like it, so we'll see how that goes. I have to seal it next with, I'm either going to use polyurethane, which makes it super shiny, or I might use a regular, I don't know, something else, I can't remember the word. Words escape me because, apparently that's something happens with age, so I apologize now. So anyway, so tonight what I want to show you was kind of the same thing. That was my first attempt. This is quite literally my second attempt. That one took me a couple of days to do because what I couldn't understand, and the woman who I watched do this, what she would do is she did her pours and her smushes and did a whole bunch of them, and then went on and was able to do more kind of overlapping what she'd already done and understand how it was already dry. I don't really think that's the way for me to go. So that being said, I went ahead and I did the same colors for gray and white and black, and did kind of a darker to lighter on the gray. And then I freehanded a black tree branch. And then I went ahead and, because I am bound and determined to make this a branch and not a tree, I went ahead and took the Folk Art Apple Red and I mixed it with a little bit of the Deco Art Wild Berry to kind of tone down the red a little bit, make it a little bit more pinkish. And I put a couple of birds on there. They're not quite done though. I kind of feel like they need wings, but maybe I'll leave them be. I'm not really sure. Kind of the simplicity of the birds and the branch might be enough. And then I went to town with my poured paints. So fortunately, most of the colors I have are already mixed up. I did make a couple of others. So this yellow I made using Folk Art School Bus Yellow and adding in some of the Deco Art pouring medium. And so this works well. There's not a whole lot left in here, so should have made more yesterday, I guess, or a couple days ago. And then I have this Liquitex fluorescent pink. Clearly pink is my favorite color, especially fluorescent pink. This is empty now, so let's go ahead and toss that. But I mixed that with white, and then I added pouring medium in it so I can get a nice sort of a Pepto-Bismol color. Yeah, I like that color pink. So what I've done is from there, let me get some of these out of the way. I don't know how well you can see the canvas. Hopefully better than not. And I'll move the camera here in a minute. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've poured puddles of paint. And then I take the balloons. I have two balloons in two different sizes. This pink one is bigger. And then I have this little purple one. And they're both dirty, and I should have wiped them off before I start talking again, but nevertheless. You smush it into the paint, and then when you have some left over on the balloon, you can actually make these smaller puddles. This is what I did. So it's really, really coming out really, really cute. I probably won't do it all tonight, again, because I don't know how I feel about overlapping wet paint onto the dry paint, or excuse me, wet paint onto wet paint. But we'll see. I have a ceiling fan on because, you know, along with age comes hot flashes, and we're having one, so maybe this will help it dry faster. So anyway, I'll move the camera down. Hopefully you can see. Once I get around to the other side, I might have to adjust that a bit. I really want you to be able to see what it is I'm doing and how cool some of these have already come out. I've got some pretty, hopefully that's not a good view. Sorry, I'm not good with this technology thing. Alright, there we go. Hope you can see that really better. Good? Okay. Well, we're going to call that good. And I might move you around a little bit. Maybe I'll scooch back a bit. Alright, sorry. Don't really, this is all new to me. Well, anyway. So I was really excited though because some of these, I don't know if you can see that very well, but I already started getting cells. I didn't put any silicone in these to get cells, so it was really cool. So this pour I have right here, which again, I don't know how well you can see that, but this color I have right here, I put that on, and then after I smooshed it, I put it here, and I made another little flower, and these cells started to show up. And I actually managed to get 3 out of 1 smoosh. Usually I only get 2, so that worked out to my advantage. So let me show you 1 or 2, and then I'll bring the camera around and be equally as annoying as I was a second ago when I moved the camera, so you can see what it is I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some hot pink. I had thought this was going to be a little bit of a more muted colors, but then all of a sudden they weren't, and I'm kind of okay with that though. So let's do a small puddle right here. So this is the pink that I mixed up. I'm going to use Artist Loft already mixed with the pouring medium. This is just violet. And what I think is really cool is, oops, little splash there. Little of the white Artist Loft. It's just titanium white. I just put a little dot in there. You can't see what I'm doing at all. And then I'm going to do a little bit of the school bus yellow I made. So after I get the colors kind of puddled, and that's not a very good puddle because it's not really symmetrical, but that's okay. I think. I guess we'll find out because I don't know. I take my handy dandy skewer and looks kind of like a scrambled, like a fried egg. I just kind of draw lines through it because I think it gives it more of a petal shape. So when I turn the camera around and I bring the camera around and I show you some of the colors I got, some of the outcome I got, you'll see what I mean by petal shape. All right, so I didn't clean my balloon off. Let me see if I can clean it. Oops. Yeah, that's all right. Let's see what happens. All right. It's the whole point of doing all this. So smush it down, pick it up. Now I have this extra paint here, and all I have to do is find a place to stick that, and I think I will. Oh, look at that. See, I already have a cell coming up on the balloon. I can see that very well. That's very cool. I'm going to put that right there. All right, so I just did the one thing I said I'm not really a fan of doing, and I overlapped 3 flowers I've already done. I'm going to wipe off my excess paint before I forget. Fun fact, I already made this video once tonight, and then I deleted it because I don't like the way I looked in it. So it's okay. I'm okay with it. All right, so that's what I did, and then now, which you probably can't see, but I have cells coming up in the purple, which is really so cool. That looks like it might be something on there. Nope, it's a cell. Okay. So basically, that's all it is, and I'm just going to end up doing this over and over and over again until I'm overlapping all of these flowers, and just making this big floral picture, I guess is how we would say that. So every now and again I do see bubbles in these, so I'm just coming in and popping them with my skewer. But if I don't like the way one of them's turned out, also what I have all done on the other one was I'll come back in with the skewer and I'll just kind of drag it through and sort of make some new design in there. Because again, why not, right? It's all for fun. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see, right? All right, let me do another one. I'll do one more, and then that should be good, I think. So, let's see, how do I want to do this one? This is, you know, I'm not going to use it. That's Artist Loft Aqua Green. And I love its color, it's very pretty. But I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use the turquoise from Color Pour. It's a really pretty color. So I'm going to use that as my bottom color. But where? I think I'm going to put that. Put it, yeah, I'll put it here. I'm gonna make a big one. So I've got that going. I'm going to then add the violet. And then I have, from Color Pour also, I have Ballet Pink, which is a very pretty color. I'll pour some of that in there, right smack in the middle of that, although that's not very middle. That's okay. And what color next? I don't really need another color. I think I'll just add a dot of white. Yeah, I'll add a little bit of white. The white managed to get in the middle, but nothing else did. Okay, great. So this one I'm not going to use the skewer on, so you can kind of see what the difference in how they look is. And I also didn't clean this balloon off because I was pissy and thinking, I don't like it. I'm just going to do it again tomorrow. Never mind, I'll do it now. All right. So, taking my bigger balloon in my big puddle I have right there. You can see that. And smoosh. And then pull that up. It's actually really pretty. And I got all the color on the bottom again. Again, I got cells coming. I don't know how that's happening, but that's great. I'm not going to complain about it. And I will put that right here. Well, see, now I don't like the way that came out. It came out a little bit messy because I overlapped this one. Not sure I'm a fan of that. What would happen if I push down on it again? Ooh, less of a fan. So that means tomorrow I'll be pouring a new one on that. These cells are popping out. These are really so cool. I wonder what happens if I torch that. Now, if I had used the skewer on it, though, I would have had more of a mix up in the paint, and it would have changed that. It still would have got cells, but it would have been a different outcome. So, now I'm going to do what everybody hates. I'm going to grab the camera and bring it over. so you can see what I just did. Well, you can see that. I hate not being able to see it myself. You know what? I can do something different. I wonder if I can flip this. Can't flip it. Okay, never mind. Hold on. So there you go. That's the one I just did. And those are some others that I did just a short bit ago. And they came out really cool. So I really like them. And I will keep seeing more cells come up in here, which is really unexpected. So this is the effect you get when you use the skewer. And I skewered all of them. I love this one with the skewer too. That came out really cool. So it looks like an actual, what's that, pansy maybe? Or petunia maybe? I don't know. Nevertheless, this is a lot of fun. It's a huge creative outlet, and I hope you like it, and I hope you will subscribe to my channel. If you have any suggestions for any other crafts or I should give a go to, feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I will see what I can do. Thanks. Bye. Have a good night.